And we're live! Hello, hello, hello. And welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV and Sorin's journey into Shadowbringers. We'd left off, last stream we finished up finding Alisae and getting her back to the Crystarium. I wished the situation had ended a little better. Learned as well, apparently, that the scene of Tesleen turning was apparently supposed to be even worse originally. But now we're in Khlousia, more specifically Eulmore, now that we've infiltrated the city with Alphinaud. And... excuse me. And while Alphinaud's painting for our new patrons, Sorin is being given free reign to wander the city. So what does Alphinaud have for us to do? Now you've the opportunity to experience Eulmore. I suggest you make the most of it. Explore the city top to bottom. In other words, I would start with the canopy and go from there. Try wandering around the market stalls mayhap. Such places are usually filled with colourful characters, only too eager to share local gossip with a friendly visitor. I would appreciate it, of course, if you could share any discoveries with me in turn. We should both learn as much as possible about our new place of residence. Right. Gathering information from... these look like markets, I think. Hello there. Oh, hello there. A fresh register, are we? You seem a little lost. Yeah, I'm a bit new here. Just trying to learn my way around the place. Well, it's lovely to make your acquaintance. Speaking of acquaintances, you wouldn't happen to have run into my attendant on your wanderings, would you? A big, strong lad, long hair, tied back. He was escorting me on a shopping errand when I realized I'd dropped my handkerchief. And now I've been waiting here all alone while he's been off searching for it. I'm not terribly fond of being alone. If you do see him, I would be obliged if you could pass on this message. Forget this silly handkerchief and return to my side at once. Right. I'll keep an eye out for him. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Try and... like everywhere else I've been around, if I help people out, they'll be a bit more open to sharing. Oh, hold on, is that... Sir? You okay? Come on. Up you come. You okay there? Oh, wicked white, that was too close. Thank you, friend. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. I was trying to rescue my lady's handkerchief, you see. The wind must have blown it over the edge, but luckily it caught onto something. I thought if I could just stretch out far enough. Then... wait. You went that far for... you must really care about her. Go that far for a handkerchief? She is my entire world. Without her, I am nothing. When I first came to Eulmore, I thought only of improving my lot in life. There was so much more to this city than wealth and plenty. There is no war here, no conflict. The residents all treat each other with warmth and respect. My mistress has been ever so kind to me. I can think of no other place in Khlousia where I could possibly be happier. Sorry, I might have gotten a bit carried away. I find it hard to stop when I start counting my blessings these days. Please, you should come with me to meet my lady. Once she hears of your deed, you'll be witness to her generosity firsthand. I think I have met her. What? Lonely, you say? Curse my clumsy feet! I must return to her immediately. Still there. I can't see any sign of it. Did he pick it up, or did it fall off? I will never leave my lady's side again. My attendant told me everything. I'm so very grateful you were there to offer your assistance. It's no problem at all. Which one for Sorin? He spoke very highly of you, my lady. If you were a member of my own family. As if you were a member of my own family. I could not live the wonderful life I lead without him. We free citizens owe to bonded our unending gratitude. Mayhap in another society our different standing would breed prejudice or resentment, but in Eulmore a most glorious measure is in place to avert such unpleasantness. Part of that measure requires that the free surrender their fortunes. Upon registration, all of our property, financial, intellectual, or otherwise, is given over to the city. In exchange, we are provided with ample funds and commodities to live a life of pampered luxury. Being liberated from the concern of earning coin has an almost miraculous effect on people's outlook. There are no rivals to compete against, only fellow residents with whom to enjoy our tranquil existence. Now, if you'll excuse us, I must see what the markets have to offer as a reward for the return of my handkerchief. Oh, and I've not forgotten you, of course, our courageous messenger-turned-rescuer. So we did find a handkerchief. I suppose I'm glad he didn't risk his life for nothing. All this talk of relying on the bonded, and I haven't given a thought as to what your duties might be. I hope I haven't interrupted your work unduly. Actually, I'm fairly free. I'm an assistant to another bonded, and, well, he's busy at work, so I can't disturb him. A tour of the city, is it? Then you really must visit the beehive. It's always buzzing with activity. A local humour. Anyway, a lady by the name of Tista Bees usually has her seat near the entrance. She will gladly speak with you on any number of topics, assuming you find yourself on her good side. Thank you, ma'am. Let's... the beehive. It's not that way, that's just balconies. I wonder if... is this the right place? Hello. To clarify, all the employees here are termed honeybees, but we don't all serve patrons. I'm just security. Honeybee... I'm guessing this is the beehive if the staff are all called. Hello. Welcome to the beehive, my little drone. Seeking the sting of excitement to liven up your day? I can tell at a glance when folk are new to our happy colony. It's a nervous fluttering, you see. Always gives them away. Why don't we play some cards to set you at ease, eh? A quick game of high or low. It's simply a matter of guessing who has the bigger hand. If you win, I'll grant you a single favour. Within reason, of course. Interested? I suppose this might be a useful way to find information. She never specified what would happen if I lose, though. Ready for a game of high or low, then? Mind just clarifying the rules for me? Oh, okay, it's just gonna... okay, it doesn't say anything about whether there's a penalty for losing. Okay. Good for you. No time like the present, I say. Free cards for you, free cards for me. You flip one of yours over, and I flip two of mine. Of course, it's going to go into... oh. There's the triple triad music. Now, what's your call? Will your total be higher or lower than mine? Right. She... ooh, this is a... She's got two cards that are already higher than mine. But there's still... there's 1 to 9, so there's still 6, 7, 8, and 9. There's 4 cards that could be higher. Difference is already 7. I can't... there's only one little... Calling low. Oh, you're going with low then. Right. Let's see what we've got. Of course I have the 9. That brings me to 11, and she has 16. And you have... a total of 19. Right. Aw, sorry, honeybee, but this match goes to me. There's no penalty here? That's what I like to hear. Let me shuffle the deck. Of course, I had to draw the 2 highest value cards in that one. Okay. Now, what's your call? Will your total be higher or lower than mine? Right. I'm gonna call high this time. You're going with high then? Right. Let's see what we've got. My cards add up to 15, and you have currently 12. All I need is a free. There we go. A total of 21. Hey. Congratulations! Your guess was right. Usually I'd concede defeat at this point, but what do you say to a rematch? One more win, then we'll talk about that favor. I suppose it's only fair. Best of 3. Right. Here we go. Now, what's your call? Will your total be higher or lower than mine? There's 3 cards that are higher than what we have. And 3 cards that are lower. This is this actually, sorry, this feels kind of like as this is an evenly split apart. Well, the odds are 50-50, aren't they? She's got 10, I've got 5. But she's got twice the cards than me, so that we're averaging out the same, and there's 3 possible. This is just. I don't think there is odds that give me a higher chance. If she gets a card that's higher than higher than 6, she probably wins. If she... But yeah, it's 50-50. I think it's 50. Gamble high. You're going with high then. Right, let's see what we've got. Oh, she got 1. That means 11. I only add up to 7. As long as it's not a free, though. Because the next highest card is 7. I win as long as it's not a free. Whew. A total of 14. There we go. Well, well, would you look at that? I think you've got a knack for this newcomer. Congratulations. Victory is yours. As is the prize I promised. I mean, that one really was just luck, ma'am. Come whisper in my ear then, and don't be shy. Tell Otista what she can do for you. Actually, I'm just trying to learn my way around the place. Oh, that's all? How delightfully wholesome. But if knowledge is what you want, then that is what you shall have. In my humble estimation, the most wondrous thing about this town is how safe we are from the Sin Eaters. They say Lord Valfrey was born with the power to command them, which means no Eulmoran need ever raise a weapon in defense of the city. Was that the kind of thing you wish to know? If your itch still needs scratching, you might get a few words out of a Farn over there. It's not that Mary Stott likes more than the sound of his own voice. Farn. Over there? Is he busy? Hello. What's that? New to Eulmore, you say? Yeah. Only just arrived and already looking to peel away the layers of mystery. Oh, I'm all for chatting, but you need to slow down and enjoy life, my friend. I'll tell you what. You hop up on stage and give us a dance first, and then we can have our little talk. Dancing? I suppose I can dance. Is it? Am I allowed to go on stage? Right. I'm. That's the way. Dance like there's no tomorrow. I suppose. I'm kind of used to dancing at this stage. Oh, I cannot do the whistle. Now that was a show. You're welcome to clamber up on stage anytime you like. So, what was it? Oh, let me get out of the way. So, what was it you wanted to ask me? Yes, something about our fair city. Well, I can't tell you it wasn't always so peaceful as it is today. Eulmore and army may be the very essence of military might, but even our even our forces saw grievous losses in the war against the Sin Eaters. Things changed for us, so around 20 years ago now, when the old ruler's son came to power. He's got this way with the Eaters, you see. They're some docile as house cats. I wouldn't be exaggerating to say they've become something of an ally to Eulmore. No longer an enemy to be feared. Yet elsewhere, there are still fools who insist on fighting to losing battles. A toast to Lord Valfrey. That's... the ruler of the city controls Sin Eaters? Oh, hello Mooney, welcome to the stream. Oh, you... Yep, just beginning exploring Eulmore. You missed a tense game of high and low. Oh. Alphinaud's not about. Mrs. Chai? Oh, you've returned from your jaunt around the city. So soon. You needn't have hurried back. Young Alphinaud has yet but brushed the canvas. Where is he? One cannot rush good art, I'm told. Or good artists, apparently. Ah, finally. Oh. Alphinaud? When did you get... I've put together an ensemble of the garments you chose. Is this satisfactory? Oh, goodness gracious me! That last outfit was precious. This makes you look positively dashing. Truly are a handsome boy. However am I to decide? Is this part of the process? Exactly. Lad is an artist, dearest, not a dress-up doll. It's about time we set him to work for the reason we called him here. Must we? I do love a good painting, but I thought since we were enjoying ourselves so thoroughly... Well, that is to say, as long as you... Just make sure you give the lad time to prepare. We know who will be upset if he's not ready to paint at a moment's notice. Whatever you say, darling. So, shall we pick out some jewellery next? Having fun there, Alphinaud? So, yeah, I've been learning some things. Lady Chai has a very particular sense of beauty, and apparently that extends to how I should dress whilst painting. This obsession of hers works in our favour. The time I spend indulging these distractions is time you can use to continue your explorations. What option did I pick to go? I went with bringing up Alisae this time, because in my personal playthrough I went with Estinian. So I was curious about how he reacts to bringing up the sibling. For this excursion, I'd like you to delve into the lair below us and sniff about the military headquarters. I'm sure the understory has its own tale to tell. Right. Okay. Hopefully this goes as well as gathering information here. No, I imagine the military is probably... Yeah, no, I don't think the response for Alisae is as fun. It's just it is kind of a... Well, if Alisae can do it, if Alisae can do it, so I kind of have to as well. Is this door open? Oh, it does open. I have no idea why you would ever need to be in here, but there's... That's a shard I don't think I've been to before. There we go. So this is the army headquarters. Kind of a bit nervous about who to talk to. Excuse me, are you okay, ma'am? Ma'am? Is everything alright? You were wanted to pawn it, aren't you? Like me. Please, I need your help. My throat, I can't sing anymore. I've been making excuses, but it's just not getting any better. My patron thinks I'm of no use to him, then... I need you to sneak out to the derelicts and describe my condition to Forage. Here's a list of my symptoms and a hunk of mold to pay for his medicines. Please. I have no one else to turn to. Right, that... Like that artist, if she can't perform her duty, they just get thrown out. Derelicts, that's this area outside. Oh, okay, maybe... Huh, that's an interesting chair to be somewhere. That's... so interesting to... Oh, there it is. Those are all the ships. Seems to be a lot of... a mix of... a lot of materials here seem more valuable than you'd think. That rug and table. I wonder then if that... Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. You need medicines? Tonics? Potions? Well, I think so. There's someone in the city struggling to sing. These are her symptoms. Cure for an alien voice, is it? Oh, no medicine will cure this. I think your songbird has a lump in her throat. Must be cut out, excised. Even then the voice may never heal completely. Poor little songbird. Will I kick her from the nest, I wonder? Or simply silence her chirps? What do you mean? Oh, your face. You didn't know? Of the many hopefuls who entered the city, very few are ever seen to leave, even as corpses. Oh, you might see one or two fortunate fools hurled from the balconies, but the rest, gone. Town of nightmares it is. Not for this ships are at. Oh, no. I am content to scurry down around here and nibble on the crumbs which fall from the table. This consultation is over. You have my verdict, and I have my mule. Good day. They just go missing? How do I... I wonder if I can appeal to our patron, maybe. There has to be something we can do. I don't think this is the kind of thing Benefic will fix. Ma'am? Did you get my medicine? Unfortunately... So that's it? What am I to do if I can't sing? Ah, there you are, my sweet canary. You've been crying again. Don't tell me your voice is still not on the mend. Generous sir, have mercy. I've done all I can, but even the apothecary said... Sir? Please. So you've been suffering all this time. I'm sorry, my pet. I hadn't realized your affliction was this grave. But you needn't fret. I'll not reward your hours of trilling by casting you out into the street. You are too kind, sir. But what use am I if I cannot sing? I fear today I become more burden to you than treasure. Then I shall have a word with Lord Valfrey, and arrange for your ascension. In that paradise where it resides neither pain nor illness, will your song ring out clearly once again. Or mayhap you think it a step too far. No, you would do that for me? Ascension? What are you... Of course. Why, I would almost wish to hasten my own ascension, knowing your blessed instrument was waiting there to greet me. Ascension? Sir, do you mind if I ask? I'm kind of new here, so... you must be a new arrival. Allow me to explain. As all know, the Sin Eaters exist to devour the sinful, but also do they serve to gather the souls of the innocent and shepherd them onto celestial paradise. It is through Lord Valfrey that we learn this truth. It is through Lord Valfrey's grace that the free people of Eulmore are destined to embrace salvation. We are blessed to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment, until at last we are called to our final rapture. Even the bonded may find a place within that host, should their patrons deem them worthy. Lord Valfrey truly is a great man, isn't he? Now, if you'll excuse us, we must be on our way. May you find eternal salvation for the compassion you have shown my precious canary. Does that mean they willingly... I have to tell this to Alphinaud. I'm glad Alisae didn't come with us. I don't know if she could have stayed calm hearing that. You have to climb manually because you don't get access to the Aether. You don't get access to the Aetherite. That's stairs. More sleuthing. He's working. Is it wrong to interfere? Alphinaud? It's good to see you back. You were taking so long I began to worry something had happened. I've begun sketching an outline for the portrait, but nay, the eyes appear otherwise occupied. Will you share what your investigations have gleaned thus far? We've got a problem, I think. So, Lord Valfrey boasts some manner of influence over the Sin Eaters, does he? That would explain the reverence in which he is held by the citizenry. And as for this ascension business, I cannot but help but be put in the mind of that apothecary and his ominous remarks. If so many folk have entered the city over the years, then where do they go? Alphinaud, I think it's... That patron did everything but say it outright, that... I take my eyes off you for one moment and you're chattering away with that assistant of yours. Am I to assume the outline is done, then? What in the blazes? It's so unflattering. Explain yourself, Alphinaud. Where is your artistic interpretation? It should evoke images of affluence and nobility, and overwhelm the viewer with its boundless beauty. Lord Chai, you stated that this portrait was to commemorate your anniversary. Yours being a joyous union, it seemed to me that a realistic portrayal... Realistic? I don't want realism. I want perfection. A spectacle to slacken jaws and weaken knees. Make people cry out in amazement. Now, get your blank canvas and... Alphinaud, was that... someone screaming? I say, did that come from above? What's... an announcement? What are they doing here? Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please! A tale to make you quiver and your noble blood freeze. There was a villain on the loose, set to ruin our fair city. But our lord has got him now, and his fate will not be pretty. Yes, the hammer of justice is poised to come crashing down, and one and all who'd watch it fall are invited to join his lordship in the offer. What is... a malcontent. How dreadful. And this man is to face sentencing. That's right. In fact, if you're curious, it might be worth you going along for the experience. The offer they mentioned is part of the Emergent, the level above us where Lord Valfrey resides. Ordinarily, you would be barred from entering, but it seems they'll be opening its doors for the next little while. The Crown lift will take you up there. Oh, we'd better not dawdle then. Right. Is it okay for us to take this break? Mr. Chai? If you want to see justice being served, stop dawdling and take the crown lift up to the Emergent. Right. Is that? Oh, that's someone's pet. I didn't see the player there for a moment. I just saw the red panda. Hello, sir. You're joining the crowd up there. I believe so. What kind of justice are we out to see?
That's him. That's Valfrey.
That's Valfrey? Those are Sin Eaters, right? They really are.
He's attended by Sin Eaters. But how does he keep them from attacking?
They really are passive.
Mercy! Mercy!
That voice.
By the 12.
Cashier. It is Khlousia, isn't it?
Khlousia, what happened to
Yeah,
you?
I can remember names.
Who are these impudent louts? I do not recall requesting their presence.
You okay? Maybe I can...
Lord Dvorthree, what is the meaning of this? Why is this poor man bleeding to death on your floor?
Why? You ask me why? Because criminals must be punished. And this man is guilty of fraud. He came to us, claiming to be a man of business. Yet his subsequent conduct has shown him to be anything but.
Wait. Then...
Eulmore is a city built on love for one's fellow man. Those who have naught to give and live only to take are a blight upon our society.
That's...
To atone for this crime, I ordered that he fling himself from the balcony. And he had the temerity to weep. Please, my lord, anything but that. What then is a man of mercy to do? But offer the sinner another way to show his contrition.
You made him do this himself?
Another way? Meaning what exactly?
Sin-eaters are part of Eulmore's society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether. So, I demanded an offering of flesh, carved by his own hand, from his own hide. And still, he could not do as I asked. A wholly unsatisfactory performance.
You...
It is true that Khlousia won his place here by fraud, but his actions were driven only by a desire to share in your paradise. That you would cast him out I could almost accept, but to humiliate him thus, to demand his very life? Is this truly the way of Eulmore?
Alphinaud?
Oh, you dim, deluded child. Have you ever paused to consider what it takes to maintain such a paradise in this barren, broken world of ours? The guarantee of safety and stability. The knowledge that if one only abides by the rules, one has naught to fear. I alone can offer these things, for I alone can command the Sin-eaters. And thus am I alone the voice of justice, and any who oppose me, villains to be punished.
Alphinaud, I don't think we're... Oh, wait, no, I'm Sorin's the one angry.
And people call this paradise.
You were granted a place in my city for a particular skill. What was it?
Painting.
Oh, an artiste! Then you shall paint a picture for me of Eulmore. If I find your art pleasing, then I may excuse this display of insolence.
Oh, oh yeah, your character's named Kai, isn't it?
Who gave you permission to tend to that criminal's wounds? I told you to paint me a picture!
Alphinaud?
What you need is a mirror, not a painting. It will capture the horror I see before me far better than I ever could. Can you walk? I think so.
Let's get out of here.
Did that little girl just do something?
Yeah.
I'll kill them! I'll kill them all! I'll enslave their minds! I'll torment them! Torture them! Then tear out their hearts!
The people just don't care. Delayed reactions are good. Oh, give me a moment. Which has been weird with that recently a lot. The player disconnecting for me. Are you okay, Kaishir? Thank you again. I'm guessing we can't stay here, can we, Alphinaud? Forgive me. In my anger, I seem to have marched us back outside again, though. It is probably best we leave the island altogether. I believe we've worn out our welcome in Eulmore. In any case, I've seen enough of the world's self-proclaimed capital city to convince me that our battle against the Sin Eaters will find few allies in Khlousia. I will accompany you back to the Crystarium. We need to regroup and think on our strategy anew. Right. Kaishir, I have done you a great disservice. You were hungry and desperate, and I offered you a solution without once considering the risks inherent in you accepting it. If I had but known the price you would be made to pay. You gave me everything I needed to make your idea work. It was me who made a mess of things, not you. But even after all the trouble I caused, you still stepped in and saved me. Now Lord Valfrey wants us all dead. Why not come back with us to the Crystarium? I am certain we can find work for you there, if you're willing. No. That would just be me leaning on your kindness again. I need to do some thinking. Learn how to stand on my own 2 feet. Very well. But you must promise you'll be careful. The Eulmorans may yet come looking for us. I'll keep my head down, don't worry. And you take care too. Give me the chance to repay what you've done for me. Alphinaud. Mrs. Chai? Lord and Lady Chai. What in the blazes did you do? We have the entire city looking for you. I took a peek at your unfinished portrait, Alphinaud. Now I've had many a beautiful and striking picture painted for me, but there was something about your work. It was as if you had caught the very essence of our love and rendered it naked upon the canvas. It was bold, unflinching, and I adored it. Please, you must come back with us and finish what you began. I will speak with Lord Valfrey and vouch for your character. I'm sure we can smooth over any hard feelings. I don't think that'll work out. I am sorry, Lady Chai. There are more important matters to which I must attend. More important? What could be more important than enjoying the days we have left to us to the fullest? Pray, press me no further. We are leaving. But I would not presume to take the garments you were so kind as to procure me. One moment. I wouldn't hear of it. Keep the clothes, you silly boy. I insist. I shall make arrangements so that you can pass through the gate without causing a stir. I expect you to come and visit. Yeah. I like it as well that specifically for China's, the fact that he's, like, on top of him being one of the characters, well, like all the others who never bring it up, just the... I don't know, they're a fun couple to have in the game. I will return, I promise you that. The outrage I witnessed must not go unanswered. Next time we meet, I shall be better prepared to confront the corruption which hides behind this glittering facade. Made it out. Maybe do those quests off stream? He's obviously... It's convenient as well that they gave him an outfit that is so suitable for combat. Or it's not as suitable for combat as it looks, which would make more sense coming from Eulmore, but Alphinaud continues to wear it for the rest of the expansion purely out of respect for the two of them. Because I've no doubt if it's not suitable for combat, that Alphinaud could very easily requisition something from the Crystarium. Hopefully Diamaro keeps still waiting. Hopefully he's not too bothered about how long we've kept him waiting. Looks like they're still there. Sorry for keeping you waiting, Alphinaud. Thank you, my friend, for staying at my side through this whole sordid endeavor. Well, it's not quite the joyous outcome I had hoped for, our efforts have nevertheless answered a great many questions. Suffice it to say, our plans for saving the First are unlikely to involve the aid of Lord Valfrey and his subjects. Come, we must speak with the Exarch and chart a new course. This is far from over. Right. Alphinaud must have gone on to the tower. So many stairs. All right. Excuse me. It's Alphinaud and Alisae back together. I see you've reunited with my brother as well. I'd dearly love to hear how that story went. I'm sure you'll hear it soon enough, Alisae. I am told you and Alphinaud carried out a scheme to infiltrate Eulmore. I would ask what you thought of its base amusements, but I doubt you're eager to relive the experience. It is good to be back amongst friends. Not to mention my dear sister. I have not seen her for some time, but I gather she is as keen to press on with our plans as I am. And you've seen quite a lot of the First yourself now. More than enough to appreciate the scale of the obstacles we face. Let's lay our discoveries before the Exarch and discuss what must be done. Right. What is the plan?
And so you return. Have you gained a better understanding of the crisis now faced by the First?
Yeah.
Better is not the word I would use. Some lands may have been spared the flood, but the survivors live only to suffer. There seems no end to the horrors inflicted by the Sin Eaters.
Indeed. Those abominations are a calamity in their own right. And I can well imagine how hopeless the task of eradicating them must seem to you. But after countless battles and untold sacrifice, we have identified a potential weakness.
You have?
Sin Eaters are drawn to serve the strongest of their kind, a class of creature we call Light Wardens. And from what we have been able to ascertain, only a handful of these entities exist.
And if there's few enough of them, that means they can be exterminated.
Just as an ant colony will perish in the absence of its queen, we believe that the death of a Light Warden will cause the lesser creatures within its sphere of influence to disperse.
Right.
I have a feeling Eulmore might have something to say about any concerted action we take against these monsters. Vorthra's command over the Sin Eaters is integral to Eulmoran society. In seeming to guarantee his people's safety, it guarantees their obedience. He will not take kindly to us depriving him of such useful allies.
Right.
Agreed. Thus we will need to occupy or otherwise divert his forces whilst we proceed with the business of eliminating the Wardens. Until we have done so, all other considerations must be set aside if we are to forestall the 8th Umbral Calamity.
That's a first step, but what about afterwards? It causes them to disperse, but you're not saying it destroys the other Sin Eaters.
Your uncertainty is understandable, given the circumstances. Perhaps a more detailed explanation is in order. To begin at the beginning, then.
What? Wait, this is... Huh.
In the ancient past, a single star was divided into 14 worlds. This is the source, your home. These others are the 13 shards, in whose number we find the first. Though physically separate, they retain a connection to each other, and with the source especially.
Right.
Now, let us assume that a given element in one of the shards attains abnormal ascendancy. Just as water will flow from the highest point to the lowest, the excess energy will begin trickling into the source.
Right.
And such an influx of ether will of course exert a palpable influence. If the element in question were fire, then drought and wildfires might ensue. If it were ice, one might expect the weather to turn bitterly cold. As ether continues to pour in, such phenomena will become more and more extreme, until eventually, a single, untimely event triggers a disaster which cracks the barrier dividing the two worlds.
Calamity.
What was once a trickle now becomes a deluge, sweeping the shard along to be rejoined with the source. At the same time, the element which held sway in the shard is unleashed in full, its energies amplifying the original disaster to truly catastrophic proportions. An earthquake thus magnified might strike with enough force to shatter continents. A tidal wave might swell to a size capable of drowning entire nations. These devastating events are what we refer to as umbral calamities. 7 times has a calamity befallen the source. 7 times has a shard been absorbed.
I forgot just how many calamities there were. With 7 calamities, that's out of 13 shards. That means there was only 6 shards left. And that includes the 13th, which became the Void.
At present, the light-drowned realm of the First stands perilously close to meeting the conditions for a rejoining. It is the Sin Eaters who are to blame for the Light's continued dominance. In addition to attracting their lesser kin, the Light Wardens I mentioned earlier radiate ether, saturating every corner of their territory with light.
Right.
Even here in the flood-spared region of Norvrant, their influence is strong enough to banish night from the sky. Thus, if we are to restore balance to the First and head off a potential calamity, it is imperative that we put each and every Light Warden to the sword.
Right.
We've been doing our best to take the fight to the enemy ever since we first heard the Exarch's explanation.
Though we have yet to claim any meaningful victories if truth be told. Apart from being confoundingly elusive, the Light Wardens possess a troublesome quality which compelled us to delay our plans until such time as you arrived.
What quality is that?
Forgive the interruption, my lord, but Hallminster Switch is requesting reinforcements.
A Hallminster
They
Switch?
say the Sin Eaters are attacking in force, and the village could soon be overrun.
That's not good. We're heading out, right?
Alert the guard. We should be prepared in case the fighting reaches the Crystarium. You have command of our forces in the field, Captain, but hold off on entering the town until I arrive. That goes for Alphinaud and Alisae as well.
They've already gone off.
Pray, lend us your strength. Such a fight will provide you with far greater insight than any explanation I could offer.
Right. There are people in trouble. That's all I can do to help out. Hallminster Switch is in the north of Lakeland, so we had best make haste with our preparations. In fact, meet me outside the Crystarium at the crossroads northwest of the Ascensor Gate, and I shall lead you there myself. Right. I've just realized I should have titled the stream Lords of Light. Because that could have applied to both Valfrey and the Light Wardens. Right. The Ascensor Gate's where I entered, so I just need to press on. Quickly attuned to that. It is one of the fun things about this not being damn you, hindsight. It's one of the fun things though about this not being my first playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV is the fact I do have that ability to kind of think about what I'm likely to experience in a certain stream, so I can actually title it, whereas games that I'm only playing for the first time, it's a bit harder. All set? If we follow this road north, we will arrive at the northern staging point. The village itself lies not far beyond, but quickly now. Right. Off north. Oh, it is quite a jog. I think it would have made more sense to go north here to Fort Job. This feels a little pointless to go that way. Oh, all the gremlins. The number of times I've nearly killed myself on that fate because I aggro too many of the gremlins at the same time. Oh, everyone quickly attune to. I think I remembered these being the other way around. I thought it was Holminster's Switch was here and the Raktika Great Wood entrance was up here. Up the hill. Doesn't look like... This is the right way, right? I haven't seen any sign of... What? Northern... This must be the place. Oh, there they are. Sorry I'm late. The Exarch asked that we wait, and so we waited. You're here. We are heading in together, yes? Thanks for waiting. Your assistance is appreciated. Usually use whatever I haven't discovered on the map. Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not much experience, but it is still nice. Holminster Switch is past these gates and through the woods. It is not exactly a near neighbour to the Crystarium, but as we occupy the same region, we have built up something of a cooperative relationship. What can we expect inside, Captain? The town is beset by a swarm unlike any we have seen in recent years. We did our best to evacuate the villagers, but as many as half remain. Judging by the lack of eaters present, we have good reason to believe that the Light Warden leads the attack. How convenient. It seems we'll have our chance to slay a warden sooner than expected. One does not simply slay a warden. Has no one told you what happens if you defeat one of those fiends? They hold more light inside them than all of their underlings put together. It can be struck down, aye, but its essence won't dissipate like the weaker kind. Vile Aether will billow outwards and envelop the nearest living being. A reckless young swordswoman, perhaps, and turn her into a brand new warden. That's... They're immortal? Ah, well, you can leave that particular quandary to us. I must ask that the guards stand down and allow us to engage this leader of eaters alone. Concentrate on the survivors. We must save every life we can. But what if... Understood, my lord. As captain of the guard, however, I will not watch you brave such danger without an escort from our ranks. I insist that I go with you. Very well. Then our warden slaying party shall include myself, the Levieurs, Captain Lina, and last but not least... Me, right, of course. Whew. Let's go. Formidable group indeed. Into Holminster we go. Once we reach the Light Warden, do not hold back. We strike to kill. The other thing is, sightseeing spots, I think, from Heavensward onward, give a bit of experience for each of them. Ready to go? Ooh. I feel that's the party line Sorin would most likely take. I don't think the Realm Reborn sightseeing spots give experience. First dungeon. Westminster Switch. Oh, even if the Realm Reborn ones are the ones that feel like they most should give experience because they're so much more painful to get. Alisae, hope you're ready for a dance. Let's go. That's... Oh god, it's that Sin Eater. It can't be. It's the one that... Even the wildlife isn't safe. No certain present onions haven't seen it. Oh. Yeah. I've been over a few times. They're even turning to bears. I can do this. Can't see the village around here yet. See fire in the distance. Oh, I think I danced too early. Those are wolves, I think. Or they were. Doo, 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 doo. Dance. I've hardly made use of the trust system at all in 14. I still personally prefer going into dungeons with actual players most of the time. I think for this story purposes, once I got to Shadowbringers, I did the first time I did each dungeon, I did it with the duty support. I think I've only used trusts, like, once or twice. It takes significantly less. Yeah, players can be a bit quicker than... Whoa, watch that one. Come on. Okay. More cocoons. Looks like we're getting out of the woods. I think I might actually try healing more in dungeons. Yeah, it's possibly a... I know my mother has been making more use of duty support for learning healer and tank. I think especially healer because most people in Final Fantasy XIV are okay for helping you learn things, but some people don't have the patience to let new players learn. So if you're going a bit... Oh, okay. I didn't know about that they they scale based on your time. Right. More of them. Ooh. Oh yeah, you just... Oh, yeah, fair enough. I suppose I've never really been in that situation, because again, I don't tend to use duty support. Hey, I forgot I have a skeleton. Okay. More of them.
So be it.
Oh, lots of them. Spin. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, I do wish duty support characters knew how to use AoE attacks. I feel that's the big slowdown. I think they insist on only using single target. Oh. What's for real? There we go. Okay. That looks like the village there. There it is. This is the monster we saw in Amh Araeng. Easy now, Alisae. We face it together. Let's go.
Leave the healing to me.
Oh, that's... Oh, careful. We can do this. Revenge for Tesleen. I maybe shouldn't be standing in a direct line in front of the... where's the safe spot on this one? Oh, nearly got it. Maybe there maybe should have been a swap to samurai or something for maybe single target damage. Ooh. Actually no, Alisae should be fine with Red Mage for single target damage. Big old sip.
Let's give them a show.
Oh. Nearly there. We did it. Is everyone alright? I think we're good. We're fine. Let's keep moving. Villagers, that means we're... This must be it. That's... not looking in good shape. I appreciate the gremlins don't seem to have shifted. They just... Even the light wardens don't want gremlins. Or is this implying that gremlins are already creatures of pure light to Aether? Okay. It's too late for every cocoons in the fields. They really turn everything. You've got this. There we go. Ow. That hurt. Wasn't looking what I was doing. Okay. Ready to move on? Exarch? More. And we're nearly at the village. Let's go. Wait, is that? No. So, this is where you went. You okay, Alisae? Sorry, Tesleen. Okay. Oh, you're having a tough week, or you're going to have a tough week? Everything okay? Well, I guess not if... do this. Sister Inco. Oh. That's not fun. Oh, no. No babysitter. Yeah, it can be hard enough to do your own job sometimes, let alone to work for two people.
Leave the healing to me.
Okay, Alphinaud. Or Alisae steals it with the mage limit break. Might as well grab it myself. Yeah. It's not... Oh. Alisae, you've gone pale. I'm fine. We should keep moving. Alisae... It's time for grief after. For now... No, you don't! No! No! No more! Come on. Need to find this light ward and put an end to this. I wouldn't mind Alisae stealing limit breaks if she wasn't a magic DPS. If she was physical DPS, it'd be kind of fine. Because she'd at least be doing the decent damage. You can only trigger one pod of these enemies at a time, can't you? Yeah, if it's yeah. Gotta be the one showing off her skills. Here we go. Where's the next ones?
So be it.
Ooh. Dude, you want us to make them into smoking craters? Nothing left of them. I still remember it took me ages to ever like to learn about how to use limit break, just because the game never by default gives it to you. You have to manually go yourself to look at the commands tab. Two, one. I don't think it was until I think it was sometime in Heavensward where I learned like how to do limit break myself. There we go. Ready to move on? Get out of here. Hopefully we've cleared the path well enough for him. This... dead end? Wait a minute. What's... is this? Is this it? We stand in the presence of a Light Warden. Not for long. The road everyone is lost in the flood. Yeah, I was wondering what you meant by Steam player for a moment. Then do we cast off tomorrow? Everyone is lost. I do enjoy Insatiable as a boss theme. Going to have to rescue Alisae.
Leave the healing to me.
Come on, Alisae. Look at the Steam store. I mean, you can, I believe you can stream to Steam. I think you have to be a developer to do it. I don't know why Twitch has been weird for me recently. Because I just can't see the because YouTube seems to be fine. So I don't understand why
Focus. Release.
Twitch is odd. Or I forgot the tail as well. Come on. A little behind because of... Yes. Yeah, I know I sometimes have to be a few seconds behind on your stream as well, because it struggles to keep up if I'm right at... if I'm at the actual live point. Who's being changed this time? Oh, Alisae again? Okay. Ow. So it's mutual, yeah. Yeah. I think it's just because because of the distance, it's hard to keep the broadcast up. Like perfectly live. I don't know, the video does have to travel a couple of thousand miles. Let's go. Did we do it? We did it. Only we could have been here sooner. The Light Warden gone. I can scarce believe it. Rest well. Yeah, I'll say. It was no less than what I expected, but well done. Right. So, grab the loot. So, what's the plan? They said it's,
It's releasing its ether! Fall back! We cannot let it touch us! Quickly, my lord, we must withdraw!
That will not be necessary, Captain.
Exarch?
Though I appreciate your concern. The eternal light of these creatures has confounded us for nigh on 100 years. For each we have put down, another has risen up in its place, born of the self-same ether relinquished by its predecessor.
Then...
But now we have a way to contain that corruption.
We do?
The blessing of light. And the hero who wields it now stands before you.
Like the same way it protects me from tempering. Right. I can do this. Huh. Think. Right now. Ah!
Behold! The monster's power is broken, and the world, twisted by its touch, returns to its rightful form.
I did it. Whew.
Scar. It can't be.
What's happening?
Okay, it's kind of surprising me that no one in...
It's so beautiful.
No one's a little... There seems to be no one who's a bit terrified by this.
The sunless sea.
Because when you remember it was 100 years ago that there was last night.
The warrior of darkness has come.
You'd think there'd be some people who are a bit... What is this?
Is that what I think it is?
The night sky. As it should be.
Who are you people?
I mean, yeah, hearing stories about something's one thing, though. Actually seeing it with your own eyes is... And same way, when you hear stories about it and even see pictures in books, your brain sometimes sees that as different to how it actually looks in person.
You killed a warden, then bathed in its ether as if it were a spring shower, and now the sky? The legends are true.
Legends?
My lord?
Exarch?
How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one possessed of her blessing. For you. You have vanquished the Light Warden of Lakeland, and for the first time in a century, darkness has returned to the mantle of night.
You can
Without the
stand up.
ever-present light to sustain them, the Sin Eaters will have no choice but to retreat. Yet our victory is far from complete. Though darkness has fallen here, the other wardens yet bask beneath burning skies, feasting upon what little life remains. Even should it cost me all I have, I would see each and every one of them slain, that this world might be spared from oblivion. Not only for the first, but for the source as well. Save one, and we save the other. But, be that as it may, I concede it was wrong of me to summon you to this fight against your will.
That actually, I think, makes my point. Because we have pictures of the Milky Way. We know it's there. People all around the world see it, but even in this same world where night sky does exist, the lights go out, the sky changes, and people freak out, even though it's something they should know about.
I swear, on my life, I will one day atone for that deed, but for the present, I beg you, stay and see this fight to its conclusion. Cast down the Wardens and restore darkness to the First.
I've seen too much here to abandon the fight now. None of these really feel like Sorin answers. He wouldn't. It's not kind of like, I don't have no. I guess I have to. I suppose maybe to. If that's what you need of me, I'll do it.
On behalf of the First, I offer you my deepest thanks.
I understand there is much at stake here, Exarch, but why do you risk yourself so readily? It must have been a dangerous drain on your ether to summon even one person across the rift.
I do it for my people, of course. To give the Crystarium the tomorrow it deserves.
That is true now, yes, but the city had yet to be built when you first called forth the Crystal Tower. I'm simply curious to know what prompted you to commit yourself so completely to this particular course.
There are things which we can ill afford to lose.
Yes, go retrieve the doggo, Nam.
And I sensed from the first that I had a part to play in preserving them. Forgive me. I fear the events of the day may have taken their toll. Despite appearances, I am an old man. One burdened with many difficult memories, some too painful to recall.
Well then, I'm sorry for pressing you. It's a family failing, I'm afraid.
One which has served us well more often than not. Needless to say, we will continue to fight at your side until the last Sin-Eater is defeated.
Thank you.
Come then,
I don't think I can do this
warriors
alone.
of darkness. Let us gather the surviving villagers and make our way back to the Crystarium.
Without that constant glare, Lakeland seems an entirely different place. It must look rather different without the sky. Alisae, how are you holding up? It's over, yes? I might need a moment. Take all the time you need. Exarch? What's next? How quickly you have justified my faith in you. So many lives saved, and the sky itself heralds your success. A single victory in a larger struggle, perhaps, but a momentous one nonetheless. Now, as for how we proceed from here. The villagers we evacuated earlier have arrived safely in the Crystarium. They seem to be accepting their situation for the moment. Most folk are far too distracted by the sky to worry about wounds or lost homes. They whisper and wonder if the Warrior of Darkness has come. It is to be expected. Sorin, I must ask a favor of you. Would you be so kind as to conceal your involvement in this endeavor for the time being? I can do that. Seeing the light recede from Lakeland is a momentous occasion, and many will be swept up in a maelstrom of excitement and confusion. Should you come forth as the legendary Warrior of Darkness, I fear that, no matter how good your intentions, such an appearance would throw the city into disarray. I find myself in agreement with the Exarch, although my concerns are more focused on Eulmore. It may be best if you maintain a low profile until we see how Valkyrie responds to all of this. Right. Suppose. But don't worry about it. I'm not really in the habit of trying to be famous anyway. My thanks. That we cannot freely celebrate your success. Pray allow your heart to be buoyed by the joy of our citizens. The joy you surely brought into being. And I must ask the same discretion of you, Captain. It is my intention to share with our people the tale of a great warrior who stood in defiance of the Sin Eaters. This unnamed champion defeated the Light Warden, and has since departed for parts unknown. Yes? As you wish, my lord. Your penchant for mystery is nothing new, and I'll encourage folk not to question this either. I think Sorin wouldn't be the type to try and take credit for things either. Although I expect to be told the whole truth of it one day. About all of you. With that settled, I shall return to the Crystarium and make an address to the people. These explanations and adjustments will consume much of my time, so pray take the opportunity to rest and recover from your exploits. And to think, you'll not even need to shutter the windows to enjoy a dark and peaceful night's sleep. I must stay behind and coordinate the evacuation of the remaining survivors. And I hesitate to ask after all you've done here today, but could I ask you to pass on a message on your way to the Pendants? Of course. Please let Baragi know that we're bringing in a number of injured, and that any restoratives in the markets need to be reserved for the infirmary. No problem. Baragi's he's in charge of the markets, right? We should start making our way back to the Crystarium. Slowly, mind you. It wouldn't do to arrive too soon after the Exarch. I'm staying behind as well. There's something I need to check on in Holminster. We already went through the village top to bottom, Alisae. We should all take the chance to rest. You included. Alphinaud. I think we should let Alisae do what she wants for a moment. I knew one of those eaters. I can't rest. Not now. Oh, you saw the Dawn Trail trailer yet? Female Hrothgar? I'm curious how Pictomonster is going to play. So please, I wish to be left alone for a while. That means you as well, Sorin. I shall be cross if you try to follow me. Don't worry. I'll let you have some time. I promise to find you later, when I feel myself again. Just you and me then, shall we? This is the trailer. I did notice the trailer doesn't seem to drop any hints on the potential, like what the new limited job is going to be. Last one was in Stormblood. Yeah. I guess that means when it comes, I guess that means for whatever comes after Dawn, not Geomancer. Yeah, I still think Geomancer story-wise might be a one that's a little. Like, there's definitely a precedent in the 14 world for having Geomancy as a class. But I'm just curious how they tie it in. Because there's actually the Astrologian quests in Stormblood are almost more about geomancy than they are astrology. so I feel it feels kind of like if they'd need to put in some kind of like reference to that, but then as well, like I know it's one of those things where I'm probably overthinking it, that the connections between the Astrologian storyline and any potential Geomancer storyline. Let's just register here. Did I? Oh, the gemstone trader, that's what the exclamation mark is. The fate grind has been unlocked. That's what I'm working on in my main character, is getting all the Shadowbringers fate areas finished up. I think I've cleared Lakeland and Amh Araeng. I think I've nearly finished Khlousia. And then it'll be on to Eulmore, which I think I've already made a decent amount of progress in Eulmore. I can't remember why. I don't know why I'm thinking about it. I can't remember why I've got so many of. I already have so many fates finished in Eulmore. Compared to all the other areas in Shadowbringers before I started deliberately farming. Right. Do I need to stop by Braggy first? I suppose I could speak to Alphinaud. I could have just teleported back to the Crystarium, couldn't I? I didn't have to walk. I suppose attuning to Fort Job was not a bad idea. Alphinaud? Huh. Well, the Crystarium seems relatively ordered, wouldn't you say? English work brain. The Exarch's speech must have been reassuring to hear. On the contrary, there is something jubilant in the air. I have a feeling this night won't be quite as peaceful as our hooded friend predicted. I think I shall take a brief stroll around town before retiring to my chambers. Once you've discharged your duty to Braggy, I suggest you do the same. Yeah, I could do have a rest. Sleep well, Sorin. I hope untroubled dreams find you and Alisae both. Right. Off to the markets. And it was about saving medical supplies for the infirmary, right? Hello, Braggy. Hi, what can I do for you? I'm looking to buy a lantern like every other stumbling soul in the city? I'm actually here on request of Lina. I see. Well, Captain Lina can rest assured that any potions I spot coming in will be set aside for the wounded. Hang on a moment. If you're carrying messages for the guard, then does that mean you were there then? At the battle at Holminster? Stalwart lad like you might want to pay a visit to the Wandering Stairs, make himself known. I'm sure Glenard can introduce you to some interesting opportunities. The Wandering... Oh, that's the bar up here, right? I guess I can... hello. Excuse me. Right, this is the role quest unlock, isn't it? Yeah, I plan on saving the role quests until after the Shadowbringers main story, so I can focus on doing those as like their own, they dedicate streams just to the role quests. Delia, more beer for table 2, and a couple of pints of mead for table 3. Oh, a couple of pints of mead for table 3 while you're at it. Coming right up. Hello. Sorry, we're rushed off our feet today, sir. Can I get you anything? Drinks are on the house. Actually, Braggy sent me saying might be opportunities here for me? Oh, that Braggy has a twisted sense of humor. Yeah, I thought it may be nice, like it's kind of a wind down after Shadowbringers before the post-Shadowbringers stuff starts picking up. Kind of for Sorin to clear up some loose ends at the end of all of it. I think he'd send you to me at a time like this. First real night in 100 years as folk all riled up and then some. What's more, there's all that eater business at Holminster Switch. They say a light warden was destroyed without a damn trace, and it was the warrior of darkness who did the deed. That's what they say. I really must apologize for Glynnard. He's been almost as rowdy as our customers, and that's no small feat. Hello. A lot of our regulars are bounty hunters, you see. They mostly go after eaters, and the rumor of the warrior's appearance was the spark to their kindling. What do you mean? You know how the weak eaters are drawn to the strong ones, right? Yeah, I've heard that much. Aye, they swarm like angry bees around a queen. You need look no further than Holminster for proof of that, but attacks on that scale don't happen every day, praise the blessed Shadow. No, the more common threats are the strays. No one knows why, but every now and again an eater will leave the pack to prowl alone. Those are the ones you run into on the road if your luck is foul. They're a danger to everyone, so the Settlement Council puts bounties on their heads, and our bar here is a convenient place for hunters to gather and share information. Seems a few of them were inspired by warden slaying even more than most. These are the types who have their sights set on the absolute worst of the strays. A class of eaters that have been dubbed the Cardinal Virtues. The Virtues showed up out of nowhere about 3 summers ago, and when historians heard the descriptions given by survivors, well, apparently they share an appearance with the villains who caused the flood. That doesn't send a chill down your spine. They're also reported to be as tough as light wardens. Not the kind of prey you can take down single-handed. But these are very role quests to give you, bro. I really enjoyed the Shadowbringers role quests. Or was it forcing yourself to play healer for so long? Our virtue hunters had all but given up, but knowing the warrior of darkness is out there has lit a fire in their bellies. Just look at them. That Hume over there with the oversized sword is Granson. He's in it for revenge. Wants to recruit a comrade in arms as tenacious as he is. The Mistle lad is Lurik. Don't be fooled by those dewy cheeks. He's as hard a hunter as they come. He's just lost a partner and seems to be on the lookout for a new one. That's Serrig. Word is he seeks an expert in magecraft to help fight the virtue he's after. And last we have Giot, dwarf and drunkard both. Wanted to join forces with a healer, and only a healer. Something about needing a mender's wisdom. I've seen my share of competent veterans, and you have that look about you. Maybe you should introduce yourself to one of our hunters. Who knows? Together you might even collect a bounty on a cardinal virtue. Now there's a grand idea. Imagine the prestige my bar would earn if we boasted the patronage of a successful virtue hunter. To reach the final stages of the Shadowbringers main scenario, you must complete. Okay, I didn't remember that. Which one do I go for? That's a question. Swearing who's getting all the jobs leveled so you can see all the... Are you trying to see all the job quests or just all the role quests? Because you don't need every job leveled. Oh, I suppose, yeah, sorry, my brain did a dumb. You're just talking about the jobs you have. I think if I have to do one before the finale, I'm feeling maybe to do the healing, the healer role quests in Shadowbringers. Yeah, I've got healer classes. I just need to make sure to level them up as well. I'm thinking doing the healer quests because I feel that one ties most closely into Ardbert's story. Hello, sir. Welcome back, sir. I wonder if anyone can sleep with the city in such an uproar, but will you be retiring to your quarters? I think I will. A little. It's been a long day. Very good. In light of the present situation, I've had illumination prepared for all our rooms. No need to rush to the markets for lanterns or candles. Have a pleasant rest, sir. Always done the tank one. You're in it? Yeah, well, I plan on, like, the role quests will come for me immediately after the Shadowbringers finale. And Sorin doesn't have a tank right now. There it is. Night sky. Hasn't been all that long, but it's so strange to be looking at it again.
So it's your lot's turn to be the Warriors of Darkness, is it? It's funny how things work out.
Whose it is? Were you there?
Well, I did warn you. I followed you to Eulmore and then on to Amh Araeng, and I was there when you slew the Light Warden.
Your memory's a bit bad there, Ardbert. We went to Amh Araeng first. Yeah, always tank.
Those white-haired twins who were with you. I remember them from our battle in the Source.
Yeah.
Are they your friends then? Through thick and thin?
They are.
Aye.
The reason I'm here.
Then I suggest you keep them close. It's when you charge ahead trying to save someone else that you end up losing those you love. Not that you need telling, I'll bet you've lost plenty. But I wonder, what will it cost you this time?
What do you mean?
I don't remember when it was that I learned regret wasn't worth the bother. You get numb to it all over the years. The lost comrades, the broken promises, the abandoned principles. Just more nagging burdens to ignore.
Oh.
So this is what the light was hiding.
New character?
He's here. I must go to him.
Meanwhile, inside an Imperial Magitech facility in the Source.
intruders! Fan out and find them!
It's definitely not just Castor Urbania. Oh.
Out of my way!
Stay your weapon. We are not your enemy. When the alarm sounded, I wondered what we had done to betray our presence. But I see now we are not the only intruders. Soristinian, I presume. The dragoon who plucked the Warrior of Light from the jaws of death? Your armor is most distinct.
Much as yours once was. But even without it, I see a former legator still has eyes and ears in unexpected places. Van Baelsar, in the flesh. Though I understand you prefer Shadow Hunter.
You are in contact with the Scions, I take it.
Through no choice of my own. They tracked me down and conscripted me to their cause. I swear their receptionist was trained as a spy. Not that anyone can escape that Baldessian woman once she has caught the scent of your ether.
If they have resorted to using freelancers, I must assume their attempts to wake the afflicted have failed. And what of their champion?
Away on other business. Thus, it has fallen to me to root out any trace of the Empire's new weapon.
If it is Black Rose you seek, you are too late. My people have already completed your mission here. Yet this is but one factory among many. When they caught wind of our efforts, they built additional facilities to ensure production continues unabated. There will be no one left in the lands they conquer. No citizens to conscript. No skills to exploit. Nothing the Empire needs. And they will call it victory.
What exactly does this Black Rose do?
You get the explanation?
The gas is described as a poison.
Doesn't he? Yeah, doesn't even try to.
What effect is more arcane?
You can it's just seeing her in the background, like staring at him, kind of like, are you going to say anything?
It was created to disrupt the ether in living beings, to bring the flow of their life energies to a standstill. Inhaling even the tiniest amount will cause all bodily functions to cease, much as a potent venom will stop a man's heart. Released over a city, Black Rose could conceivably kill every inhabitant, and all without damaging a single structure.
Search every corner! Rouse the barracks if you have to! I want this facility secured!
I have more questions, but now is not the time.
Soristinian, I have an offer for you, but I will make it only once. Since it would seem we seek the same answers, you are welcome to join us.
Ha! From what I hear, you need all the help you can get. In case you don't know, Varys himself confessed that your empire was a creation of the Ascians.
I am aware of what his Radiance said at the parley. Thus I would return to the capital, that I might behold the truth of this corruption with my own eyes. My path leads to Garlemald.
Oh. Well, that, I think, is going to do me. So, where's this quest? What is that quest? I'm confused by the blue quest here. I do not remember this. Hello. What is blue? There's that. Did I walk right past the entrances onto ground floor? Of course it is. Oh, it must be an ether current in Lakeland. But for now, that is going to be me. First Shadowbringers dungeon, first Light Warden. And there we go. That's the scene. I am. What comes next? I think is it the. Stuff happens in Lakeland, I believe, because we haven't actually spent a lot of any story time in Lakeland. So no, it's Lakeland, Eulmore, Raktika, Amh Araeng, return Khlousia, and then the final area. So I don't know if it'll be a full stream in Lakeland or if we will make it to Eulmore next stream. But I guess I'll find out. I'll also have to start leveling up one of my healers to level 80 so I can do the job quests. Try and find an ebb in the story to do the job quests. Because I always feel with the role quests even. Because it feels playing it through as Sorin, I don't like disrupting the flow of the main story to do side quests. It's not like when I was going through it with my main character, where every side quest that came up is like, nope, I'm going to put a pause on the MSQ. I'm going to do side stuff. But indeed, that is me for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with some Final Fantasy II, and then I plan to be back on Thursday. I'm planning Dishonored. Which means Friday and Saturday is probably... Yeah, Friday and Saturday is probably both going to be more Sorin's Journey. That's my plan I'm going with at the moment, anyway. Mad lad. I'm not mad, I'm unemployed. I can stream this much because no one will hire me. But yeah, I will. Yeah, the schedule's up on YouTube as usual. It'll be afternoon streams tomorrow and Thursday, and then back to the evening, Friday and Saturday. It is nice to be back to the usual schedule and not having to kind of adjust for holidays and such each week. But otherwise, if you enjoyed, you can follow me on Twitch. You can subscribe on YouTube. But regardless of what you do, thank you so much for coming along. I really hope you enjoyed. And until next time I see you, I hope you have a good evening, have a good night. Until next stream, goodbye.